It is Saturday, September 28th, and we are on our backpacking trip in Dolly Sods, West Virginia. So far, this is my favorite area that we've been backpacking. It's just unbelievably scenic. So we're here at Dolly Sods, about to hike the North Loop and start on Bear Rocks Trail. So far, we had a wonderful evening. It's beautiful today, the sun is out, and this area is just gorgeous. Right, Kat?
It is.
Yes. So once we got to Dolly Sods, we wanted to stay at Red Creek Campground, but it was full. So we found this beautiful spot right off the side of the road by Bear View Trail. And there's our campsite for our first night in Dolly Sods. And it actually turned out to be a blessing because we were able to watch that amazing sunset while we both ate our mountain house dinners before we went to sleep. And we actually woke up during the night and saw the Milky Way and incredible stars over that beautiful landscape. Then we woke up the next morning on this beautiful sunrise as we packed up and headed out for our 8 to 8.5 mile hike for the day. Dolly Sods is a rocky high altitude plateau with sweeping vistas and life forms found in normally Canada. It's a wilderness area in the Allegheny Mountains in eastern West Virginia as part of the Monongahela National Forest. It has elevation from 2,500 feet to 4,700 feet and was used in 1943 as an artillery range in preparation for World War II. We started the day out hiking on Bear Rocks Trail, crossed Red Creek, and then headed to Raven Ridge, and then to Rocky Point Trail. Rocky Point Trail is a part of the North Loop in Dolly Sods where the granite windswept boulders are, and there's just a beautiful view of the valley below all along this ridgeline. It was along this ridgeline that a thunderstorm rolled in, and fortunately it rolled in and rolled out, but it was the first time we were backpacking with our rain gear, and we quickly had to get our coats on and get the covers on our packs. Along this stretch of the North Loop were continued views on Rocky Ridge Trail. After we got to the intersection of Rocky Point Trail and Dobin Grade, we started descending down into the valley below into this lovely area of where these grasses and marshes were. And being that our trail names are Hobbling Hobbit and Gato Montez, we dubbed this area the Dead Marshes from the book The Twin Towers by Tolkien. After we collected water at Red Creek, we headed up Raven Ridge and set up camp on this beautiful ridgeline vista. We set up our tent, we read to each other, we cooked dinner, we played cards, and we enjoyed a relaxing evening. After crawling into our tent for the evening, we heard a chorus of coyotes in the distance, and Vinny was shortly woken by a thunderstorm, hoping that our tree by our tent wasn't struck by lightning. We woke up close to daybreak, looking outside the tent, saw a clear sky with beautiful stars and some shooting stars as well. In the morning, there was also this beautiful mist across the trees in the distance, and we had breakfast, some coffee, broke camp, and started walking back to the car. We walked the rest of Raven Ridge to Bear Rocks Trail and then continued back to the car. Those were the highlights of our hiking trip for backpacking in Dolly Sods on the North Loop. We can't wait to return. It was the best backpacking trip we've had. It was so much fun.